Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. On my way to go get it as always. I hope y'all doing the same. On the road to 2K. I think we only like 10 to 15 subscribers off from that 1,200 mark, man. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob for making this possible. If you didn't check out my live last night, please go check it out, man. Me, Southpaw TV, my boy Claymore Rain, that's on the come up. Subscribe to Claymore Rain. That boy is the truth, man. Let me not call him a boy. He a grown-ass man. That man is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if you fuck with real boxing talk, knowledgeable boxing talk, look no further than the man, Claymore Rain. You know what I'm saying? In Philly, we be saying boy, even though we be grown-ass man. It is what it is. There ain't no disrespect. Clay is my guy. Subscribe to the man. But what I want to talk about today is the whole card that's going on in Saudi Arabia between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, they will be in separate bouts. You know what I mean? When I first read the news, I was like, oh, man, they about to have it. Oh, shit, okay. Anthony Joshua done, you know what I mean, got some courage, and now he going to fight Deontay Wilder. No. You know what I'm saying? Not yet, at least. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, according to all these boxing news outlets, man, it's going to be Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua in separate bouts on the same card, along with possibly, from what I've seen, Daniel Dubois and Dimitri Bivol supposed to be on the card as well, which is a solid card. You know what I'm saying? It's a solid card. But the problem is that the fight that we actually want to see, the two fighters that we actually want to see fight, is going to be on the same card but against other people. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, Anthony Joshua is going to be facing Otto Wallen, the man who you can make a case that he could have stopped Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury would have been a regular fighter because of how bad the cut was. And he gave Tyson Fury everything he was looking for. That was one of Tyson Fury's toughest fights. You know what I mean? Thought it was tougher than the Francis Ngannou one if we being serious, but that's a whole different discussion. And Deontay Wilder's supposed to be facing Joseph Parker. Now, that's a good fight. You know what I mean? I recall a few years back when Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker, when they were both champions, they were supposed to unify. You know what I'm saying? But somehow he ended up going over to Eddie Hearn's side and facing Anthony Joshua, and then Anthony Joshua was able to defeat Joseph Parker. But nonetheless, they're supposed to be fighting each other, along with Daniel Dubois possibly fighting Jarrell Miller. I don't understand why Jarrell Miller would get this type of opportunity. But nonetheless, it seems like Jarrell Miller might be added to fight Daniel Dubois, which is a solid fight as well. You know what I mean? As long as nobody's cheating, of course. And I just wanted to provide my thoughts on that. You know what I mean? For the most part, I don't understand the matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? If Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua is the end goal and them facing each other, I don't understand why the matchmaking is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Otto Wallen, he has the ability to beat Anthony Joshua, if we being frank. Like, as of right now, the current state that Anthony Joshua is in and how he's been looking timid and discouraged and just having having a mental battle with himself. Otto Wallen can easily exploit that. You know what I'm saying? And possibly beat him. Otto Wallen is skillful. He could box. And he has good combination punching as well. And that in itself could give Anthony Joshua problems. We've seen it with Alexander Usyk. Now, I'm not saying Wallen and Usyk are similar, because they're not. I think Usyk is a notch above Otto Wallen. But nonetheless, he has a style that could present Anthony Joshua problems. That's just my personal opinion. Joseph Parker, on the other hand, with Deontay Wilder, I don't see that fight going past 4 rounds. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I've seen Joseph Parker break in fights. You know what I mean? I've seen him show, like, I've seen him discourage that fight. I've seen the bitch come out of Joseph Parker in fights. That's just what I personally believe. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be the same story that's been going on typically in Deontay Wilder's career. It's going to look good until that right hand land. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I personally believe. But Dimitri Bivol supposed to be on the same card. That's solid. But what I really want to get into is specifically Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. I don't understand how, after calling out, using Deontay Wilder's name for publicity the entire time in the build-up to the Robert Helenius fight with Joshua, all of a sudden, you going from saying that Deontay Wilder's next to fighting on the same card as him in separate bouts. I don't really understand what the holdup is. We've been waiting for this fight for about 5 maybe 5+ years already. You know what I'm saying? Back when Anthony Joshua was in the WBC rankings, there was a small amount of people, but a fair amount of people at the same time that were calling for that fight to happen. When Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko, they wanted the Deontay Wilder fight to happen. When he became unified champion, we asked for the fight to happen. The fight never happened. You know what I'm saying? Never. He came to the U.S. to fight Gerald Miller. That fight fell through. He lost to Andy Ruiz. He came back and became world champion. After being Andy Ruiz, we called for that fight. Nothing happened. So Deontay Wilder had to get it out the mud. He had to go get the tough fights that people didn't really want to see him in. You know what I mean? He fought a prime Luis Ortiz, who was extremely dangerous at the time, that went on and fought the best heavyweight in the division, in my opinion, in Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? 3 times. And that whole entire time, Anthony Joshua has been coddled. The whole time, Anthony Joshua has been protected by Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn is doing everything in his power to make sure that if Deontay Wilder fights Anthony Joshua, it's going to be when he's no longer the same. You know what I'm saying? Because Deontay Wilder is in his late 30s. Heavyweights do typically last longer than fighters in other divisions because although they are big punchers, they don't really get hit too much. You know what I'm saying? It's usually shot like one punch knockouts, and that's a lot less harmful than accumulation, getting punished through accumulation. And heavyweights aren't typically high volume punchers, so they're able to last longer. You know what I'm saying? So they just trying to wait it out, man. It's sad that I don't know how they're going to be able to build this fight up unless Eddie Hearn goes back in that same bag and says, oh, well, you know, if both of these guys win, then they'll face each other. And I think those press conferences are going to be very interesting, seeing Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder in the same room, because in all honesty, Anthony Joshua's been avoiding that. There's been situations where Deontay Wilder is supposed to commentate one of Anthony Joshua's fights, and they completely removed him from the commentary side. So it's clear that Anthony Joshua and his team don't even want to be around Deontay Wilder. You know, they didn't want to be around him without even fighting him, let alone being on the same card as him. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is Anthony Joshua don't want to be in the same vicinity as Deontay Wilder. So it's going to be interesting seeing them guys standing up on the same stage. And I'm sure there's going to be questions asked by the media like, yo, are you guys going to fight each other next? And I'm sure there might be some trash talk back and forth, especially if Gerald Miller is added to the card. It seems like it's going to be a motherfucking riot in there because Gerald Miller don't get along with Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a huge back and forth. It's going to be a crazy press conference nonetheless. Definitely some trash talking going on for the most part. You know what I mean? But that's just my take on the whole opinion, man. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua are fighting on the same card, just not each other. Do you guys actually want to see these fights between Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin? And do you want to see Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. This is Mazuma TV. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.